A couple of months after the launch of one of my SaaS implementations, I found myself walking the floor of the same 911 dispatch center post-launch. Two emergency dispatchers were standing side by side, actively debating which feature to use for a specific situation. That moment stopped me, not because there was a problem, but because of what I was witnessing. They weren't asking if they should use the system. They weren't questioning whether it worked. They were debating how best to use it. And the SaaS they were arguing about, the tool embedded in their decision-making, that was the system I had just implemented. In that instant, I had a moment of clarity that forever changed how I view adoption and the true power of customer success. I realized I had been looking at adoption incorrectly, and more importantly, I had been underestimating the role customer success teams can play in driving it. Last week, I had two separate conversations with two highly respected customer success leaders from prominent vendors in the 911 space. Different companies, different conversations, same exact question. When should customer success be infused into the onboarding or implementation process? Given the rapid growth of technology and the sheer number of solutions entering the 911 ecosystem, I understand why this question keeps surfacing. But to answer it, we first have to examine how executive teams truly understand customer success, because there is a significant difference between implementation and customer success. Some organizations place both under the same department, and that's okay. Sometimes the same individuals support both functions. In other companies, they're entirely separate with clearly defined roles. But here's the truth. They are not the same function. And the challenge I see over and over again is the confusion between customer service and customer success. Everyone in an organization should provide great customer service. That's table stakes. But customer success, while grounded in service, is something much greater. Think about it this way. A physician with excellent bedside manner may be viewed as a great doctor because they're kind, attentive, and reassuring. But if they misdiagnose the problem, what happens next? That's the risk when customer success is misunderstood. Customer success isn't about politeness, it's about outcomes. Customer success teams exist to help customers consistently achieve their desired outcomes through the effective use of a product or service. And when outcomes are achieved, adoption follows. Adoption isn't a moment, it is a continuous action. So when asked, when should customer success be infused into onboarding or implementation? I respond with a question of my own. When does your company believe it should begin achieving customer success? For a long time, I used to say implementation starts at launch. I said that to push teams to think beyond go live, to focus on adoption well after the system was turned on. That mindset was productive, but it was wrong. Implementation, customer success, and adoption, they don't start at the launch. They start during prospecting, early in the sales cycle. And for some, that's a tough concept. Because prospecting isn't just about selling, it's about understanding. Who is the client really? What are their pain points? What outcomes define success for them? What goals are they accountable for? Do their values align with yours? And how close or far are they from your ideal customer profile? These answers should be known before an offer is made and long before a contract is signed. Because failing to solve the right problem can have far-reaching consequences. This is where customer success becomes essential. Customer success professionals should be deeply involved in shaping implementation strategies, designing plans that intentionally drive outcomes, not just deployment. Let me give you an example. Imagine a 911 center that has recently been in the news for the wrong reasons. If your product directly addresses the issue highlighted in the negative press, why wouldn't the implementation include a community-facing media strategy to help restore public trust? Or take processing times, a topic every center cares about. If your solution improves efficiency, why not launch a post-implementation focus group to evaluate outcome variables and track processing time metrics as a part of success measurement? These aren't just nice-to-haves, they're outcome-driven strategies. And to do this well, customer success must be involved early during the sales cycle, helping customize implementation plans around what truly matters to the client. Companies operating with one standard implementation plan, it's time to evolve. Organizations satisfied with launch may offer 2 or 3 variations for small, medium, or large clients. Again, it's time to evolve. But organizations truly committed to customer success embrace fluid, evolving implementations tailored to each client profile. That requires executive teams willing to trust their customer success and implementation professionals to innovate, adapt, and create. And today, with AI capable of crafting outcome-based implementation strategies aligned to client profiles, the opportunity is even greater. Customer success should be present during the sales cycle, in implementation planning, at kickoff, and continuously woven into the post-launch evolution, because success doesn't end at the go-live. Now back to that moment on the floor of the dispatch center. The 2 individuals that were debating that I previously mentioned, they weren't trying to impress anyone. They were debating functionality because the tool mattered. I stepped into the conversation and asked, "Is this something you use every day?" One of them answered immediately, "Yes, I can't live without it." That statement reshaped my understanding of adoption. Adoption is achieved when a partner agency autonomously engages with a product because it has become indispensable, not just a part of their technology stack, but embedded into their daily workflows, processes, and decision-making, so deeply integrated that they begin offering ideas for enhancements without being asked. That's when success transcends NPS scores. Because I don't want mere satisfaction, I want product stickiness. Is the tool a part of the client's everyday flow? And I want time to value. How quickly does the client experience real, measurable impact? To excel at these metrics, you need customer success professionals who are frankly a little delusional. People who believe they can move mountains. People who see slow adopters and laggards not as obstacles but as opportunities. People who believe they can walk into any dispatch center under any circumstance and achieve adoption. But for that to happen, companies must be willing to bring these experts in early, very early, because customer success isn't the final chapter of the story, it's the opening line.